Hi guys. I wanted to go over some basic ideas as to how to create a video response to a discussion prompt, just to go over some of the basics. So in our introduction, what you first talk about, it should be clean and basic and simple, no examples, but basically you need a thesis statement, which is an argument, and it should be a sentence or two that answers the whole question prompt and makes an argument. The answer to this is this because of this. Keep it simple and focused and direct. You'll talk about the juicy stuff, all the explanations, in a minute. And you also need to add context. You need to add the quote-unquote 5 W's, the who, what, where, when, why, how, why important. And remember, there is more than one who, and the why. There are lots of all of these things, the when, the time frame, etc. So keep that in mind. It's not a one-word answer. You could add another couple sentences to your introduction to include the 5 W's to put your answer into context. And then you need to add examples. Specific evidence, specific examples need to come mostly from the primary source documents when at all possible, both the docs and the images. Also the textbook. And then the last place you can look is lecture. Sometimes, like for Unit 6, the Industrial Revolution, there are a lot of things that are not in the textbook or even maybe in the primary sources. So you can reference the lecture or the PowerPoints in those cases. However, there are so many examples that you can find in the primary sources, and that should be your first and foremost place where you go to find your examples. And then add a citation. Tell us where you're getting your information from. Who's the author or artist? When was it made? Where was it made? What is the date? The page number of the textbook or whatever it is. Get as much information as you can. You can abbreviate if you use the same source more than once. You can say, oh, in Ways of the World or in our textbook or whatever. But add sources, add some citations so that you can practice for when you write your bigger essay outlines. And then explain how each of your examples prove your point. Don't just give me an example. Say, this example proves my thesis statement because of these reasons. And then lastly, there are some examples. If you look in the important info how-to module, then you can find how to create a focus question outline. And really our video responses are tiny essay outlines. You have the same things in them. You have an introduction and a thesis, you have the examples, and you have the analysis. So it's all the same components. The essays are bigger. And then there is an example online as well, the focus question essay outline example in that same important info how-to module. And that example is basically what you should be doing here, but in that example there are many sources of evidence and multiple, maybe smaller topic sentences. For our video discussions, it's one main idea that you are answering, one sort of idea that you are proving, and then a few examples to prove that one point. So I hope this helps. You can always check out Flipgrids to see what other students are doing, and I will star or put one student responses that are really solid at the top. So if you go back to review, you can read the top few or review the top few, and those will help you understand how to create a really fantastic response. That's it. If you have any questions, always ask. Talk to you soon.